Hi everyone, I think I'm late today. Oh man. Whew. It is so humid out here. I hope you all know how much I love and appreciate all of my viewers because I am already sweating. It's sticky, it's gross, there's bugs everywhere. We have one viewer who's here. Hi Steve. Today we're gonna learn about keeping your filter unclogged. And I am looking in the wrong direction. So the tips and tricks for keeping your filter unclogged. Kristen Fleming's with us. I feel like I'm on Romper Room. I see Steve. I see Kristen. Hi, Patty. This lesson today was, the idea was given to me from Dave. I believe his last name was Levine. Sorry, Dave, if I butchered that. But tips on keeping your filter clean and unclogged. And right now I sound like I'm in the middle of the Amazon with all of these birds going on in the background. Guys, I have so many things to show you today, but this is probably going to be a pretty quick lesson because we're going to move pretty quick. There's not a lot of details. Hey, Denny's here. Hi, Denny. Did you guys miss me last week? My sister and Lexi did a pretty awesome job on basic hot tub care. Stephanie Schaumbachler. Hi, Steph. Tell Brad he needs to get on here and watch this. Dennis, hey guys. If you're just logging on, today's lesson is going to be tips on how to keep your filter clean. So first I'm going to show you, first I'm going to tell you things that clog up your filter. Hey, Troy. Where's Donna? I'm waiting for Donna. Dana, superstar. Guys, thank you so much for viewing this. Like I said earlier, if it wasn't for you guys, I would be in the air conditioning right now. So, we're going to start here. So things that clog your filter that you may have issues with are obviously dirt, leaves, debris, things like that you can see with your eyes in the pool that you know that they're going to clog your filter. Oh, Pam's here. Hi, Pam. All my regulars today. Wow, you guys are on it. So we have the regular debris. Other things that clog your filter are makeup, sunscreen, oils from your skin particles. I don't know if you've ever been in the pool when your skin gets real wrinkly and you scratch it and it comes off. That is all going into your filter. Donna switched on me. Hey, Donna. So anyway, all of that stuff, hair products, skin products, all of that actually wreaks havoc on your pool. And when it wreaks havoc on your pool, it's going to go into your filter and it's going to cause your filter to clog up or not last as long in a normal cycle. Now let's talk about what a normal cycle is for a filter. If your filter is not big enough for your pool, you're going to have issues. A lot of times you're going to have issues with algae, with not keeping the pool clear. You're going to have cloudy issues, things like that. And I'm going to hand this over to my pool girl here for a second. You're going to come over here for me. There you go. Good, stand right there. Okay. So things that are going to really gunk up your filter is not having a filter that's big enough for your pool. How you figure that out is you want your filter to be able to turn over your water, the gallons of water in your pool, twice. So you want to run your pool filter for 8 hours, and that needs to filter your whole entire pool 2 times. That's how big you want your filter to be. So you want to check for gallons per hour, figure out how many gallons are in your pool. And if you don't want to do all of that calculation, just stop in and see us at Valley Pool and Spa and we'll figure it out for you. However, if your filter is not big enough for your pool, you're going to have a hard time keeping it clean. Second thing is everyone asks me, what is the best filter to have? Is it sand? Is it earth? Is it cartridge? Well, that's really up to you and how much you want to take care of your filter and how many microns you want your filter to take out of the water. A micron, for those of you that think I'm crazy right now, is actually short for micrometer. So just to give you a gist of what a micron is, one single strand of your hair, the thickness of it is 50 microns. A sand filter will filter down to 25, 30 microns, somewhere around there. And that depends on what kind of sand you use, and also if you are using any kind of sand assist. So what we have at Valley Pools is, if you do have a sand filter and you want it to work better, there's this little package here. I know I've talked about it in other lessons. It's called Sand Assist. What this is a little powder. It's kind of like crystals inside of here. You're only going to use, just checking to make sure that I'm right, 1 level teaspoon per 5,000 gallons. So for a pool my size, I have a 27-foot round, I would use 3 teaspoons of this every other backwash. And all you do with this is you just put it right into your skimmer basket, and it covers the top of your sand. This creates a sticky polymer on top of the sand, so it actually will increase the microns that your pool filter will pull out if you have a sand filter. This is awesome, especially to keep your pool clear. Any of you that have Intex pools, the soft-sided pools that you bought either from us or Walmart or Big Lots or wherever, and you upgraded to the sand filter, this is wonderful. Make sure you get a pack of this. 1 pack of this is gonna last you almost all season long, depending on how much you backwash, but this is only like 12 bucks for all season, totally worth it. And it's called Sand Assist. Moving on to the earth filters. Earth filters do pull out the smallest micron. Chris and Seth, you're my hero. Thanks, Chris. The smallest micron that any filter can pull out is going to be with your diatomaceous earth filter. What that does is it has the diatomaceous earth, which is like the white powdery stuff that you see in stores if you're not familiar with it, which you put into your skimmer. It goes into your filter, and most of you have Hayward filtering systems which look like octopus tentacles inside. That diatomaceous earth covers the octopus tentacles, and when the water flows through, it's going to stick to those and stay in your filter. Now, we can only see down to, I believe it's 30 microns. And my camera girl here, now I'm stuttering. My camera girl here is holding up my notes for me. She just held it up so I could check what the microns were. So household dust is actually 4 microns. So your diatomaceous earth filters will take out the smallest micron that you can, but those are also high maintenance. They're like the girl that wears all the makeup and jewelry. They need to have time to be taken care of. Okay, so then we go to the cartridge filter. That's what I have. That's what I'm going to show you today. I'm not saying it's the best, but it is the easiest to take care of in my opinion. I have here's one of my pool cartridges here. This one's a little dirty. This is actually the one that I save for spring opening. I'll probably have to replace that next year, but mine is pretty big. Just so you know, when you come in to get a new cartridge, which they are buy one get one half off right now at all locations, you want to make sure that you have the measurements of how tall and the diameter of the top. You also want to pay attention to if there is a handle on the top or threaded bottom. That's going to help us out a lot to find which one you need if you haven't purchased it from Valley Pools before. If you purchase from Valley Pools, no worries. Just bring in your Pool Perks card and we can look it up in the system and see what you have. If you just want to do a quick clean on any filtering system, we have these. They are Pleatco filter wash tabs. And these are available at the registers at all stores. This little tab, you just put it in a bucket of water. 25 minutes later, you can hose off your filter and put it in until you need to chemically clean it later on. So just to show you what happens when you chemically clean your filter, I actually started chemically cleaning my spa filters yesterday, and they are pretty gross, and they're still kind of gross. But I just wanted to show you. You're going to use all-in-one filter cleaner. This is a highly acidic filter cleaner, so you want to make sure you wear gloves when you're handling this. Mine is already watered down quite a bit, but you can see, can you point that downward? You can see how gross. The filter cleaner already took out a ton of grossness. There's still a ton of grossness in here. And now I'm just going to hose it off. You never want to use a pressure washer when you're hosing off your cartridges. Now this was like totally brown when I put it in here. I should have taken a picture beforehand, but you can see how clean that's getting at. And this is one of those Intex cartridges. So if you have a soft-sided pool like Kristen Seth, you can get this filter cleaner and you can save yourself a ton of money and just soak it and clean it out. Now I'm not going to do the whole thing for you guys today, but look how clean that is. So we're just going to let that soak a little bit longer. I'll do that later on when it's not hot and sweaty outside. So yeah, filter cleaning is easy, super easy. If you need instructions on how to clean your filter, guess what? Valley Pools has that too. You can come in, we'll print it out for you. You can take it home. It has the instructions for each type of filter, and you just go from there and follow step by step. Easy peasy, get it done. The biggest thing you want to do is make sure you clean your filter before you put it away for the winter. I know we don't want to talk about the W word, but it's coming. Kids are going to be going back to school soon, even though it was pushed back. You want to make sure that your filter gets cleaned before you put it away. Why waste your time and energy when you start to open the pool? Clean it when you put it away. You're going to have a lot easier time cleaning when you put it away, before you put it away anyway. All right, so filters are the number one thing for keeping your pool clean, but we're talking about how to keep the gunk out of your filter. The other thing you want to do is make sure that your pressure is correct going into the pool. Most filters do come with a pressure gauge, and I would show you mine, but I'm a normal human being and my filter is leaking right now, so I have to get a new air relief valve, or I would show you mine, but mine is not working properly. Steve, yes, you're supposed to clean your filter twice a year. You clean it in the mid-season and at the end of the year. That way you start fresh, your pool is always crystal clear and clean, and you get all of that junk out of the pool. I ended up having to chemically clean mine 3 times this year just because of how much pollen we had. But my pool has never been, I should knock on wood, my pool has never been cloudy or green or anything this year. We're gonna walk over to, I was talking about pressure gauges. Oh my, I'm skipping ahead. So pressure gauges tell you how much pressure is in the pool. No filtering system is the same. So they're normally going to run about 10 to 25 PSI on your pressure gauge. And what PSI is, where's my notes here? It's pressure. Pounds per square inch. So, yeah, I wanted to say pressure per square inch. Pounds per square inch. So that is how fast the water is going through your filtering system and back into the pool. You want it to be around 10 to 25. Take a look when you chemically clean your filtering system, what it normally runs at when the pool is nice and fresh and clean, and then take that as your starting point. If your pressure gauge goes up 10 or more above the normal PSI, then that's time to clean or backwash your filtering system. If you do backwash your filtering system and the PSI is still 10 above, you want to definitely make sure you chemically clean it or you get a new cartridge. The other thing is, if your pressure gauge is not reading, I am fogging up. That is how hot it is out here. Whew. If your pressure gauge is not reading 10 to 25, it's lower than that, then you either, number one, have your filtering system hooked up backwards. You might not think you do, but it happens. It happens at least a dozen times a year. You have some kind of leak in your pool or in your filter. Normally it's where the water comes from your pool into the pump. So look in your plumbing, somewhere around there. Or there is something wrong with your pump. So you may want to go ahead and get that checked out. Call our service team at Valley. We can come out and check that out for you. Ashley says she washes her filter out every other week. We have been fighting green and cloudy for the past month and a half. Oh, Ashley, do you have a soft-sided pool or regular above ground pool or in-ground pool? We can always talk about that after the lesson, and I can help you out and see what's going on. The other thing is, what will help you tremendously, and what has helped me because I have zero time to clean my pool, is getting an automatic pool cleaner. Now, if you, right now, guys, they are only running about $2.99 for an automatic pool cleaner. If you don't have the funds to get the $2.99 one or higher, then we also have like a dust buster type, and I know I showed you it for spas a couple weeks ago, but we also have them. They're the jacuzzi battery operated cleaners that you just run like a dust buster. The reason why I'm telling you about these is because they do not connect to your filter. Therefore, all of the dirt and grime and crud that's in your pool is not going to go into your filter, but it's going to go into the cleaner where you can clean it out separately. I'll show you the one that I have. Mine's kind of an older version. Wait, you can come down here. Okay, so we have the Aquabot here. For those of you that don't know anything about above ground cleaners, they all pretty much work the same. Some of them have top loading where you can pop open the top and pull out the cartridge or the filter, and some of them have bottom. This one happens to be a bottom loaded. So we're just gonna flip it over and open the tabs here. And all of this gunk that is in this, I'm gonna open it up so you guys can see how much stuff is in here. I didn't clean it out on purpose, so you can see how much this has cleaned out of my pool in just the last 2 days. All of this, all of this would have been in my pool or in my filter that I would have had to clean out myself. Now, all I'm gonna do is turn it inside out, hose it out. That's gross. Hose it out and then put it back in the cleaner for next time. We'll do that later. So automatic pool cleaners, key if you have zero time to keep up with your pool. You can get the ones that you can actually schedule to run daily. Mine runs on a 6 or 8 hour or 2 hour time schedule. I just press a button, let it go. It does the pool and I don't have to worry about vacuuming. You do still need to clean the liner every once in a while, cleaning the sides where you get that water line ring going around. I'm gonna take this back for a second. So another thing to keep your filter clean are the skimmer socks. I know that, I know that we've talked about these before too. These are skimmer socks. They look like this. They come 5 in a pack. I don't need that anymore. These are seriously really cheap because you get 5 for, I think it's $6.99. You can wash these, reuse them. They go right into your skimmer basket. Push them around like this. You can put this right back in, and then you are just going to empty this out, clean it out, and this is going to keep all of the tiny little particles, seeds, leaves, all of that from going into your filtering system. So this is also a big saver for your filter. And guess what? They're called filter savers. Anyway, filter savers, 5 for $6.99. They're available at all Valley Pool stores. Next thing we're going to talk about your makeup, your hair products. Oh, Steve, if you buy them and your basket broke, what part of your basket? Guys, just so you know, when you're using the skimmer socks, you do want to check your basket daily because it will suck in a lot of stuff. You need to get it out. If it has too much stuff in it and your pump starts to suck the sock, it could bust your basket open. But they do work wonders. There's also this guy here. We talked about this before. I know Katie talked about it in her hot tub lesson last week. These are sun sorbs. What these guys do is you take this, and obviously out of the package first, and you put this in your pool. This is probably going to go into your skimmer, but don't worry, it floats. This is going to collect up any makeup, sunscreen, oils, body oils, anything that is greasy that normally sticks to the side of your pool. It's going to stick to this. Here is a little tip for those of you already thinking of closing your pool. Put these in underneath your winter cover. These will act as your filtering system during the winter time to collect all that nasty dirt and grime. And when you open the pool in the spring, these are pretty funky looking, but it's good that they're funky looking because all of that stuff is not in your pool. It's stuck to this. So make sure when you get your closing chemicals, pick up a few of these and just toss them in the pool. These can be washed and reused as well. They work great in pools, hot tubs, and like I said, during the winter. These are sun sorbs. Okay? The other thing, I told you about cleaning your liner. We talked about how to clean your liner. You could use a brush. You could use one of these little guys. They're like a rough little sponge. Not as rough as a Brillo pad, but they are rough enough to get into the pores of your vinyl liners. Use this for pool furniture, pool rafts, your ladder, anything like that. You're going to use surface clean on these. Surface cleaner is the red gel. You can get it at any Valley pools. Erin, you can always catch up with our pool lessons later on. They're going to be on our Facebook page. They're on our YouTube page. And yeah, you can just watch them whenever you want. Even go back and watch the ones that I've done all summer long. Sorry guys, Erin just said that they have to run and they were thanking me for the tips. Anyway, this is to clean your pool liner. So clean the walls, clean the floors, everything. There's bigger ones than this. We also have the Duramits, which are the cleaning mitts with the rough surface on one side, and they're like a silicone mitt. Last thing. Oh, guys, I totally forgot I brought this out. Look, here's how to clean your filter. You could get your very own at Valley Pool and Spa. Just ask for it. It's free. This shows you how to clean each type of filter with tips and tricks, just like me. But this is the other things I wanted to show you. So keeping the grime out of your pool completely, you want to use a strong enzyme. Now, if you've been to any of our stores and seen our maintenance calendars, you know that that is one of the tips that we recommend all the time. What an enzyme does, and this is one that we recommend, is Perfect Weekly. This actually has a phosphate remover in it, a enzyme, and a clarifier, plus there is a solar cover. Yeah, Cover Weekly is also in this, which is a liquid solar cover. So you're getting 3 for the price of 1. So Perfect Weekly is a concentrated enzyme that if you put in your pool weekly, it's going to eat up all of the organics in your pool. So the oils, the makeup, all of that stuff I've been talking about this whole entire lesson. Forever Clean, this is what you can use instead of the Pool Weekly or with the Pool Weekly, whichever you prefer. This is a weekly chemical. I use this once a week. This helps keep that bathtub ring off the pool, and inside the skimmer you don't have that black ring to clean up. So this really does work. It takes away all of those gross oils that you don't want to have to deal with later on. Last but not least, if you are dealing with a green pool, a cloudy pool, if you are opening or you are closing the pool, get yourself a bottle or two of open and close. This is a highly concentrated enzyme. So whenever you have a green pool, you want to put this in first with your shock and your algicide. Whenever you're closing the pool, this is awesome to put in. It's going to help keep all of those chemicals working so the grime doesn't attack your chemicals and keep them from not working. Ooh, I am sweating out here, man. Thank goodness the sun's going down. Open and close should be used when you open, put a whole bottle in. When you close, put a whole bottle in. This is going to treat up to 20,000 gallons, so up to a 28-foot round. If you have an in-ground pool, you're going to want to use 2. If you have a 30-foot round, use 2 bottles. This is going to help you reduce algae and reduce cloudy water and keep your pool cleaner a lot longer. Last but not least, I'm like a broken record, but you guys, you know, you need to bring your pool sample into Valley Pool and Spa. When you bring your water sample, now if you watched my last lesson about testing your water, you want to take the sample from elbow deep into the pool, bring it straight into the pool store, do not leave it in your car, and get it tested. We test your water for free when you're a customer of ours. You can bring your pool water, you can bring your spa water. If you're getting a brand new pool when you're watching this, you can bring in your tap water and we'll test it before you get the new pool. You don't want to do that too soon before you get the new pool, just because water changes drastically over time. But you can bring in any sample of water, bring in about a 10-ounce bottle. This is, I believe, a 12-ounce bottle. So bring in anything clean and sterilized and we will test it. If you're having green water, bring it in. Let us know that you're having green water though, so we can do some additional tests, see how your balancing chemicals are, see if your sanitizer, oxidizer are all correct, and we'll help you out. We'll get you all fixed up. So I did actually go a little long today, guys, but if I talk too fast for you, go ahead and watch this later on. You can find it on YouTube. Our channel is Valley Pool Spa. You can find this on our Facebook page, always check in our video section. And if you like this video, please make sure you give it a like, put a comment in, and let us know what you want the next pool lesson to be. We are going to do winter closings, but we still have a few weeks of summer left, guys. Don't get too antsy. The biggest tip that I could ever give you is close your pool late and open it early, and you will always open and close you'll always open to a clean pool. So make sure you bring your water sample into Valley, and I want to thank you all for watching me today. I think we got up pretty high, or quite a lot of viewers today. So I hope I helped some of you out, and thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next week. Thanks, guys. Have a nice day.